you can't do everything. You might think that you're capable of doing everything. You might even think that you like doing certain types of work. But is it really your job as a marketer to do that type of work? As an in-house marketer, it can be really frustrating feeling like you have to do everything in the organization with regards to marketing. What I mean by that is you could spend hours trying to figure out how to get a picture or an image to be centered on a page on your website, or you might spend hours editing a video for your website or for YouTube, or hours editing a podcast. In other words, you're doing work that's really frustrating because it isn't part of your core skill set, but you think you have to do it all because that's your job. You're the marketer. It's part of marketing. However, I'd like you to really think about this. I really want you to challenge you in today's video to think about what your job really is. How much marketing do you really do? And give you permission to outsource the work that you shouldn't be doing. So for the next week, the next couple of weeks, however long you think you need to do this for, I want you to log the type of work that you're doing into a spreadsheet or into your notepad, and how much time you spend doing that work, and how you feel about that type of work. And then I want you to write a couple of lists. I want you to write a list of all the work that you shouldn't be doing as a marketer. In other words, all the work that doesn't directly contribute to the growth of the organization. And then I want you to write a list of all the stuff you hate doing and all the stuff that you can't do. Now, you can't do everything. You might think that you're capable of doing everything. You might even think that you like doing certain types of work. You might really enjoy it. But is it really your job as a marketer to do that type of work? For example, things like video editing and production, web development and web coding, that sort of stuff, building websites, graphic design, graphic development, image manipulation, all of those sort of things. Those are very specialist skills that you should not be doing as an in-house marketer. You should be outsourcing those to someone else that can do it cheaper, better and faster than you can. Now, how do we come to this conclusion? How do we figure all of this out? The next challenge that you will probably have is being able to ask for a budget for this sort of stuff. We don't have a budget. We don't have the money to outsource this kind of thing. Well, you're already spending the money doing it because you get paid to do it. So how do we get over this? You, as the in-house marketer, you have to lead the way. You have to lead the leadership in your organization to think differently, to think smarter, and develop the business case for all of these things that you need. You want to outsource video production? Then compare your time and the effort and the energy that you're putting into editing videos and all the work that you're not doing because you're doing that work versus outsourcing it to someone else who can do it better than you can. And that allows you to put your effort and energy into the work that you should be doing. And that's things like strategy and campaign management and project management, and ultimately pulling all these parts together to get the graphic designer and the video production person and the website development team to all work together to build your campaign and to grow the organization. That's your job as a marketer. You might like all that other stuff, but it's actually a waste of your time. So it's your job to lead this forward by building the case, the business case, for the budget for all of this work that you want to outsource. You have full permission to outsource. Your job is not to be able to do everything really, really well. Nobody can do that. Your job is to do something very specific, and that is to get and keep customers, to grow the organization. And if you're spending 8 hours editing a video, for example, then you're not doing your most important work. And if you're a leader in an organization and your in-house marketer comes into your office with a business case to outsource a specialist skill, please listen to them and understand that they are not a specialist in this field. Their job isn't to be a specialist in lots of different fields. They're not a unicorn marketer. They can't do everything really, really well. And if you want them to be the best that they can be to do their best work, they will have to outsource certain specialist skills in order to get their job done, to do their best work. As always, I'd love to hear what's on your mind in the comments section. Do you feel frustrated as a marketer? Do you feel like you are doing your best work? What are you doing right now that you shouldn't be doing? Have you had any resistance to getting a budget approved? Let me know in the chat section. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in there. Don't forget to be awesome.